Hello everyone, welcome to Behind the Scenes Self-Help Voices. I'm your host, Yirong. As we step into April, we are celebrating National Volunteer Month. Volunteers are important in our community, especially our virtual senior center. This month, we are excited to bring you some stories, from those who've been with us for over 10 years to those who are retired and contribute their time to our members, and also the young generation who brings fresh energy to us. We invite you to join us in celebrating together. Show our volunteers your appreciation by giving them a shout out on social media, or by sharing your feedback on the classes they lead. Our volunteers appreciate the work that goes into leading classes you love.
Today we have two guests, Dave Knox and Cassie Knox, and they are retired and live in South Carolina. Previously, Dave was a radiation therapy physicist and Cassie was the teacher. Both of them like playing games so much and teach game classes at our virtual senior center. So we are now talking online, and welcome Dave and Cassie. For the first question, would you like to introduce a little bit about yourselves to our audience?
Well, I've been a teacher for quite a while. I've been with VSC probably about 2 years now. One of the reasons I wanted to join this program was because after the pandemic hit, then I felt like I wanted to do something to help other people and figure out how I could do that. And I had been teaching improv at one of our local universities here. And so Dave came up with the idea of using improv with a group at VSC. And so we gave it a try. I was hesitant at the beginning because I wasn't sure it would work, but participants were just wonderful. They absolutely loved what I was doing. Very gracious, very eager to participate. I was really impressed with their knowledge and how well they picked up this activity we were doing, which involved them paying very close attention to the things that I told them and showed them. So what we do is we play scenes, improv scenes, and what they do, two people volunteer to do a scene, to be the characters, and I let everyone see where they are, the location they're in, and then the characters create a story around that location. Everyone else has to try to guess who they are, who their characters are. And so they have a really good time, and they're very good listeners, and they're very good participants, and we all laugh a lot and have fun. And so I do it for them and for myself because I love it too.
Well, again, I think I started in the summer or fall of 2021, and it was because of the pandemic again, too. I did a lot of volunteering in person here, locally, but I wanted to do something virtually when I figured it wasn't going to go away anytime soon. So I started out with the game that I was teaching down here in person, which is poker. And I didn't know if it would go over good or not. I had no idea. But the first time we tried that, I think 6 or 7 people in there, and they really, really, really liked it. They were surprised we could play poker online, virtually. But we figured out how to do it. And they were surprised as I was, and they really, really got into it. Since that was such a big hit, I really enjoyed doing that, and they seemed to really enjoy it. I decided, well, let's try another class. So we tried blackjack. They really, really enjoyed that, too. And after a while, I decided, well, we'll try another class. I'm also teaching a game based on the old TV show, What's My Line? And the students there, we picked a guest student. Other students ask, or other people ask what their profession was by asking yes and no questions, and they really, really enjoy that too. So I guess I've been doing it for about 3 classes for about 2.5 years now.
Got it. Thank you for these classes you bring to VSC. Camilla told me that Dave joined first with VSC, and after that, Kathy joined VSC. feel like kind of invisible string between both of you and the VSC. Both of you just mentioned that you come to volunteer at VSC because after pandemic and want to do something. So I think this also lead to another questions. Why do you want to volunteer after retiring? You can choose to do anything after retiring and even after the pandemic, but you choose to join us as volunteers. I want to know why and how does volunteering make you feel? So who want to go first this time?
I'll go first. I volunteered, like Dave said, he and I both volunteered in the community in person before the pandemic. We always done that for a long time, for many years, and just having an opportunity to do it more often after you retire is very rewarding. You're not sitting around just rocking in a rocking chair. And getting to meet lots of people, new ideas, and so especially over the internet, it's really been fantastic using the Zoom app and all of that. And everyone it just makes it so easy to do what you're doing. And I just really enjoy when I see their smiling faces, because that's one of the things I enjoy the most is making people smile. Because I really believe that laughter is the best medicine for you. We get a lot of that in my class.
So heartwarming is related to another part of people and they feel good in this community. So yeah, thank you so much for your work, Cassie. Yeah, and how about Dave?
Well, pretty much the same thing. I mean, when you're retired, you have a choice of going and doing something or staying active or not. So it's much better to stay active and do things. So we did, like you said, we're doing it in person. I enjoy watching people. I think people, this program, in the VSC program, some of them are going through some rough patches and this, that, and the other. And when they come out of the class feeling like a winner, they feel much, much better. When the card games, and in the other game too, my classes, when they win something, they have a big, big smile and they really, really enjoy that. And it makes them feel better. Even if they're having a rough day, they said this makes their day. Just for the chance to be a winner. And I think the other thing is, when the COVID pandemic kept on going on and on and on, I realized that the majority of the COVID cases now, the deaths are senior citizens. Like that section of the community has been forgotten about sometimes. And I think sometimes that people feel like the elderly community doesn't have as much to contribute anymore. But all they have to do is watch some of these classes that we teach, and they'll see that the people here are very, very active, and they're very, very smart and very intelligent, and they can contribute still a lot to society. But anyway, that's why I continue to do it too. So I think that's very important. And I wish more, and I hope the way to solve this problem in the future is to have the younger generation get more involved in volunteering with the elderly population. And they're going to find out there's still a tremendous amount of things that the society can benefit from their existence and their knowledge and their experiences. And I think that may solve the problem ultimately.
One thing we discovered too that was amazing is that we have, both of us have people who are in their 90s, sharp as a tack. Their minds are sharp as a tack.
Oh, yeah.
It's just very impressive. And that's very encouraging to us too.
I love these stories. I really love these stories. And also through your words, I can feel, although pandemic ruined everything, in some aspects, pandemic connect the people online through the community, and we can still build another community under this situation. Thank you for sharing this with me and also our audience. I have one more question. Can I ask you how you feel differences between switching from local things to online to the virtual community?
I like it online. It's a lot more flexible. I can work from home. And it seems like I'm able to involve other people more and do more things online.
I think the social interaction part of it is pretty similar, both in person and online. I think people enjoy being together in person. I think this also allows more people who could not get out in person before and now to participate. People who live far away from the center, or people who can't drive because of injury or illnesses, that type of thing. So to me, that's actually even better. It attracts, I think it involves a bigger audience, a more diverse audience.
Got it, got it. I think this is the advantage of the virtual community. Like we can see more people than before, and also have a new community and contribution in this situation. So thank you for sharing all of these things with us. So coming to our next question, Kathy just mentioned that you have the 90-year-old student. So this leads to this question: what impresses you most when you are teaching?
What impresses me most
Yeah.
in my classes is their enthusiasm and their willingness to try anything. I mean, they jump into this without having any idea what's going to happen and no prior experience, and they're not afraid to try, and I think that's very impressive. At that age, they're not afraid to just get in there. It helps to show other people that are in the VSC community too, because they can come and watch, and they see how it's, what I'm doing with them and how much fun we have, and hopefully we'll get them to enjoy too. We usually get someone who's new that comes into the group, and they're very hesitant. They're watching, and I keep telling them, it's okay. You can just watch, watch until you feel comfortable. You don't even have to ever participate. You just want to listen and watch. So we have people who watch and do that, but then eventually they want to join. They start. They say, "Please give me something easy. I want to start doing it." So, I like to see that too. Yeah.
I think it's the same for me too. In my classes, it's interesting because in the poker class, we've had people observe for a long time, and then all of a sudden start to play, and so they've learned a new skill. Which will last them a lifetime, and it'll allow for more social interaction with them. They get a big kick out of class, and we have one person who I think is 95, and she absolutely loves it, and she's not afraid to go in there and do things, and it allows them to, like in the poker class especially, if you're a very, very conservative type person, it allows you to branch out a little bit and become a little bit different. So it allows them to try different things. And in the What's My Line class, they also go into this thing with no idea what I'm going to give them, and they volunteer for it, and they pick it right up. It really good for them. It really keeps their mind sharp. They really have to really think about it, and they really enjoy it. So when I hear them say that that's the best part of their day so far, it makes it worthwhile.
Got it. Yes, I can feel it. Older adults like to try some new things and not afraid making mistakes, and we like to say, "Oh, what's this?" And I would like to try. And almost every older adult I met in our center, I can feel this point. It's so interesting to hear this like directly from our facilitators and volunteers. Thank you for sharing these stories with us. I'm writing the newsletters for the Virtual Senior Center, and almost every time, please leave some comments and feedback to our facilitators and volunteers. Do you receive any feedbacks from the members? How do they like these classes?
Oh yeah, I get feedback all the time. I mean, every time we meet, which is once a week, and we finish up and they say, "Oh, thank you for doing this. So much fun, we enjoy it." And I get feedback that way, and it's really like we go on a trip together, and they remember throughout. Like, remember the time we went, we were up on the mountain or whatever. That whole thing is sort of like everybody kind of feels like they've been on a journey together, and I like that.
Carmela sends us feedback on a periodic basis, and there's always good comments in there. But like Kathy said, it's just after each class, you usually hear the same thing. They'll say they really enjoyed it, really made their day, and they enjoyed it, and glad everybody came. And it's more fun having a friendly game with people. Doesn't matter whether you won or lost; it just being with people that makes a difference.
I think like it's really interactive when volunteers or the content creator to read feedbacks from the audience. I think it's another journey for volunteers. So fun to read this feedback. Thank you for sharing everything with me and also our audience. I think it comes to our last question. So is there anything else you would like to share with us we didn't mention before about your experience volunteering?
Well, I can't think of anything else. I think we've covered it all. I hope so.
I just hope that more people do it in the future. Volunteer. It's good for you. It's good for you. It's good for them.
I think this is very good words to end up with this episode. So building the community online or virtual community or the real community is really a great thing to experience with everyone in this community. I hope our audience will also feel kind of positive attitude or the feeling through the conversation with Dave and Kathy. Thank you so much, Dave and Kathy, for joining me and recording this episode together. And these are all very attractive stories again, and I can feel volunteering means a lot to you and also encourage you, and hopefully our audience can feel it as well. This is the end of the episode, and I hope you enjoy your day and have more interest in learning volunteer stories in April. So see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. If you're interested in any topics, you can leave a comment or find us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hope you all have a great day, and we'll see you next time.